My Royal Guard, that would be against Ace Up Sleeve. I'll be covering the side of Ace Up Sleeve for the first match. We'll see how that IL-2 team will work out for the Royal Guard. And interestingly enough, I still don't have any engine sound. That's pretty interesting. No, doesn't matter. Okay, maybe I'll need to relock, but that would destroy the room, so not doing that. So let's see. Oh, wait, now we have engine sounds. P-320 with rockets, ME-410 with rockets. Okay. Let's see what they are doing. Circling. In the center, not going to one of the sides, apparently not wanting to intercept the IL-2T of Denken. So 4 109S, 1 P-320 and an IL-2T coming out for Royal Guard against 4 P-320s, a Spitfire 5 and an ME-410. Whilst ground targets are being attacked, one member of Ace Up Sleeve stayed behind all the time. That will be Red Ramius. Not entirely sure why he's left there. Whilst I'm gonna follow Greeny Cake with 6 rockets and see what he is going to do with those. Fengelson is diving. Sturmovik is low. And the first spots are going out. Kane and Spencer being spotted in 109F and a P-320. Also Aircry being spotted. Greeny Cake not firing the rockets just yet. In fact, not firing the rockets at all. Aircry taking fire from Sturmovik and Greeny Cake now. Aircry turning around into Krachelweg and Saiti. And Saiti and Krachelweg hammering down on Greeny Cake. Tries some direct hits there, not working out as intended. Sturmovik left at 21%. Greeny Cake now also under fire from Aircry and Krachelweg. And it looks like the Royal Guard has used the IL-2 to lure Ace Up Sleeve into an ambush, and that tactic seems to be working with now 2 people on Greeny Cake, 1 on COS Ace, whilst in the meantime Spencer took out Red Ramius and Fengelson. Greeny Cake left at 4, no, taken out. COS 8 at 3% also taken out, and that leaves just Ravenspear in the Spitfire 5 against Denken's IL-2T. He's already taken to... In fact, Denken has even more HP than Ravenspear, which means the tail gunner of Denken dealt more damage to the Spitfire than the Spitfire dealt to the IL-2T, and that's the first match over on Supremacy as well for DFA Royal Guard, and a quite convincing win there. Tactically nice executed. That's the 1-0 in this matchup for the DFA team, Royal Guard. And either of the teams or even both of the teams are changing their planes now. You see the IL-2T is gone from the Royal Guard side of the story, and Ace Up Sleeve still has all 6 members in the room. The IL-2T is replaced by a Mosquito. And Lady Kurai comes in for... Okay, and a lot of the players of Ace Up Sleeve now leaving the room. In the meantime we can see Spencer, Kane, Saik, Krachenweg, Erkai, and Lady Kurai. Lady Kurai here replacing Denken on Royal Guard side of the story. And also replacing the IL-2T with another P51A. So again, this time Royal Guard coming out with a full high altitude light fighter setup, supported by a Mosquito. Also waiting for Ace Up Sleeve to return back into the training room. We can do a little recap and see what's been happening in the rest of the bracket. And it seems that all matches, all but one match, have been played by now. And we've got our first semi-finals concluded. It will be Just for Fun against Guys Who Dated Your Cousins in the winner bracket. And Guys Who Dated Your Sister checking out 1, DFA Pegasus, IG1 Flying Gemman, and the winner of this battle are still going strong for a semi-final place in the loser bracket tomorrow. And whilst they are picking planes again, I'll continue the song. Alright, and we are back with the last match. DFA Royal Guard against Ace Up Sleeve, and this time Ace Up Sleeve will be the ones with the IL-2T, and the Royal Guards will be featuring a Mosquito to replace the IL-2T. So come in an F4U on the side of Ace Up Sleeve to replace their Spitfire 5, which they had before. Whilst Greeny Cake... No, Red Ramius is... yeah. Red Remius has crashed, so we will be playing a rematch. Everybody will crash into the ground. And Kane chooses to crash into the headquarters. Can happen sometimes. A game can still crash despite the game being released, and in that case it is so sportsmanlike to just all crash and redo the match, which we will be doing now. Luck is not on our side this evening. I'm sure you will be taking the experiences of today with us into match day 2 tomorrow and try to even out any bumps we've had tonight to make sure tomorrow will be a bit smoother experience for all of us. Also waiting for Ace Up Sleeve to get ready again. And we will be starting in another 10 seconds. Okay. Let's hope everybody loads in this time. There's still one grey name in the enemy team, the IL-2T this time. Hope he will connect. Yeah, he's in. Okay, we'll be playing this match then. It's Kane in the 109F, Krachenweg in a 109F, Saiti in a 109F, Lady Kurai in a P51A, Aircry in a Mosquito with rockets, and Spencer, last but not least, in a P51A without rockets. appears they're regrouping in the center, getting as much altitude as quick as they can. I'm still not getting sound on some of the planes, and on other planes I do. If you can explain it, then I can. Right, it seems that DFA is simply waiting for the first ground target to be attacked by the IL-2T of the opponent AuS up sleeve, in this case COS AuS. And the Mosquito will probably try take him out with a rocket. And they're patiently waiting for the ground attack aircraft to be... Yep, there goes the ping. And you can instantly see Aircry turning away. So let's see how he's going to deal with this ground attack aircraft. Or if he chooses not to. No, they choose not to go for the ground attack aircraft. And here is the first engagement. Fengelson engaging on Spencer, Kane engaging on Miffy. Strumovic now also engaging on Spencer, and Spencer is simply distracting the enemy team so that his allies can take care of the opponents of AuS up sleeves. STS Saiti now on Strumovic, Spencer also on Strumovic, and Krachenweg in trouble. Spencer gets taken out there by 3 of the DFA guys, who are now turning to focus on Greeny Cake by the looks of it. At least 3 people firing on Greeny Cake as well, and they seem to be using Krachenweg as bait so they can then turn around and deal with the rest of the enemies, with the rest of their team. And it'd be interesting to see if they choose to stay here with all the players. Now Aircry has decided to not even mingle in the battle and instead attack ground targets himself as well, whilst in the meantime Miffy is being chased by pretty much everybody except Aircry. Kane now engaging on Miffy, Saiti also firing. And it appears by the sound of it the Mosquito has joined in on the party as well, whilst in the meantime Lady Kurai, I guess, and Kane are looking for the IL and have found him. Yes, the IL has been found. Lady Kurai coming in with a very high speed. Bombs being dropped by the IL-2T, but Spencer turned away in time. And they are just patiently gonna hammer bit by bit the HP of this IL-2T away. Yep. On this level of play you can't really expect people to still fall for the bomb trap anymore. And Spencer and Kurai are just exchanging who takes the hits from the tail gunners. Tail gunner, I must say, from the IL-2T. When Kurai stops attacking, Spencer does. When Spencer stops attacking, Kurai takes over. Now they team up to finish the job. Now there is still an F4U, also with 4 ground targets, flying around somewhere. And in the meantime, Sight and Aircry are teaming up to kill some ground targets and turn the favor, the supremacy, into the favor of death from above. And it appears that the F4U is simply gonna wait for the supremacy to take care of the match. Not much to add, I'm afraid. About the stream, there's nothing I can do at the moment. I will look at it tomorrow though, or actually after this game has ended, and try and see if I can make it more bearable for those with a bit slower connection. Sadly, as I don't have a partnership, which you can only get if you have 2,000 concurrent viewers all the time, I can't stream in multiple qualities, I'm afraid. And Kane decides to plunge himself into Red Remius, and this will be a 2-0 victory for my Royal Guard. And that will be all for today. To conclude, that means we have the semi-finals decided on Guys Who Dated Your Cousins against Just For Fun. In the loser bracket we will have Guys Who Dated Your Sister against Check Hair 1. Winner of that will play against Death From Above, The Good, The Bad and The Pegas. And the winner of that will battle for a place in the loser bracket semi-final. And also on the loser side it will be Flying Jamban against DFA Royal Guard. The winner of that will be playing against Istiqbal Gökle Dediye 1, and the winner of that will in its turn also be battling for a semi-final place in the loser bracket.